Liverpool are mentality monsters. This team is an absolute joke. 9 wins out of their first 10 games. 13 goals scored, 2 conceded. They're winning in the League Cup. They've won both their opening games in the Champions League. They're keeping clean sheets. Liverpool fans must be absolutely ecstatic. Of course, Alisson looks like he has another hamstring injury, so that is the only, the only bad thing to come out of today. But it's another win. It's another clean sheet. They're top of the league. They probably will remain top of the league over the week. Well, I think they will remain top of the league going into the international break. 18 points out of the first possible 21 is absolutely ridiculous. Let me know your thoughts down below. If we can hit 500 likes, that would be absolutely glorious. And the road to 30,000 subscribers is well and truly on. We just hit 27K, so the support is absolutely unreal. There will be an Arsenal match reaction to follow this as well. Now, Liverpool made a number of changes today. And I want to talk about that Liverpool lineup because, no Diaz in the 11. Probably, I imagine that was to get a rest. Tsimikas come in for Robertson. And Trent, Konate and Van Dijk in the back three. The double pivot pitch itself, McAllister, Gravenberch, Curtis Jones come in for Szoboszlai, Salah and Jota. And when you look at that Liverpool bench as well, it's stacked with quality. Robertson, Szoboszlai, Diaz, Endo, Darwin Núñez, Conor Bradley's a good player as well. And when you look at the match stats as well, they absolutely dominated. 16 shots, nearly 70% possession, more than double the passes, more than double the corners. Some people might say, Crystal Palace were a bit unlucky today. Others might say they were robbed. I think Liverpool just managed out these games perfectly. Trent, another really good performance. Van Dijk, another really good performance. I want to talk about that first half where, they went 1-0 up, in the first 10 minutes. Jota gets his first goal, I think, since the opening day of the season, which was a 2-0 win over Ipswich. And Gakpo got the assist. They were patient in their build-up. Tsimikas played in Gakpo, who was in space on the left. Slides in a low ball, and it's a fantastic finish from Diogo Jota, who, kind of snuck the ball just underneath Dean Henderson. And it was a great way to mark his 100th start in the Premier League. Crystal Palace had an injury shortly after. I think Nathaniel Clyne, obviously an ex-Liverpool player, come on for me news. And that was predominantly the main highlight in the first half. They made some early substitutions. Liverpool, Dominic Szoboszlai come on for McAllister, and Jones dropped a little bit deeper. Henderson made some really, really strong saves. And then Alisson made a couple of really strong saves. But I want to talk about this Alisson injury because they brought on Jaros in the second half. And a lot of Liverpool fans will probably be thinking it's an absolute huge injury. And of course it is. But they have also got Kelleher as a backup. And Van Dijk's even come out and said, Alisson's injury doesn't look good. He's come out and said it looks like a hamstring injury, which is already bothering him, from which he recovered. Now, you think I think it was last season or maybe in the season before, Alisson missed about 10 or 12 games, maybe more, maybe like 20 games. And Kelleher come in and did really, really, really strong. I believe it was Kelleher who played in the win over West Ham in the League Cup 3 or 4 games ago when they won 5-1. It was Kelleher. So there's a solid replacement in there. He's good enough to be a number one at most teams, probably in the league. I think maybe only the top 6 he may not start at. He probably starts for Liverpool. Well, definitely starts for Liverpool now. Probably starts for Chelsea as well. Very good goalkeeper. So that will be a bit of a kick in the teeth. But I think that they've got an adequate replacement to quite easily carry on the form they're on. And the form they're on is absolutely insane. 6 wins of their first 7 from Arne Slot. 13 goals scored, 2 conceded, and they sit top of the Premier League. Now, we're really going to see what Liverpool are made out of. The next 10 games they've got is very, very, very tough. But they've only conceded 2 goals. 2 goals. It's absolutely obscene. What a start for Liverpool. What a start for Arne Slot. Winning 6 of your first 7. They had a little slip up against the likes of Nottingham Forest at home, which was just a freak result. I don't think on another day, Liverpool go out there and they absolutely blitz them. They've been the best team in the Premier League by some distance at the moment. City and Arsenal have obviously played each other, and there will be an argument coming out from rival fans saying, yeah, but Liverpool haven't played anyone, etc., etc., etc. Like, I think right now they are a very, very strong team. They're the best team in the league at the moment. They're the team to beat at the moment. You know, look at that goals against. 2 goals against. 2. Like, it's absolutely obscene. It really is. 11 goal difference already after 7 games. Like, as strong as Arsenal defence is right now, and you could say, yes, Arsenal have played Villa, Arsenal have played Spurs, and Arsenal have played City. Liverpool have beaten Crystal Palace away with a clean sheet, Bologna at home with a clean sheet, Bournemouth at home with a clean sheet, Brentford at home with a clean sheet, Man United away with a clean sheet, and Ipswich away with a clean sheet. They've also beaten Wolves. The only games they've conceded goals in this season was Forest and Wolves in the Premier League. And they've only conceded 2 goals in the other 4 games they've played elsewhere. It's honestly, it's obscene. Arne Slot is a very good coach. And I actually think tactically they look better right now than they did under Jurgen Klopp. It was a very much basketball, football, you know, up and down, left to right. You know, it'll be interesting to see how they get on in these run of games. And I want to talk about it because after the international break, they have got one hell of a run coming their way. One hell of a run. They got Chelsea up next at Anfield, which I think we're really going to find out where Chelsea are and where Liverpool are as a club. Then they 3 days later go away to RB Leipzig. 4 days later, they're away to Arsenal at the Emirates. Then they've got Brighton in the league and in the cup, Leverkusen at home, Villa at home, Southampton away, Real Madrid away, Manchester City, Newcastle, a Merseyside derby away, Girona, and then Spurs. Their run of games between the 20th of October and the 21st of December, so 2 months, they have got really, really strong games in terms of strong teams are up against. Like that Chelsea game at the moment, Liverpool will be favourites, but Chelsea are a very good side. Leipzig are doing really well in the Bundesliga. Arsenal are defensively just as strong as Liverpool. You know, Brighton away in the cup, and then Brighton at home, Leverkusen at home, Villa at home, Southampton. They'll probably heavily rotate, and they'll probably still have enough quality to go out there and win. Real Madrid, City, Newcastle. It's honestly, their fixtures are relentless. And I think we are slowly learning about this Liverpool team, learning about their mentality, learning about how they're managing out games, how strong they are in terms of their attacking options. You know, they could play Nunez, Chiesa, and Gakpo against Brighton in the cup, and then play Salah, Jota, and Diaz against Brighton in the league, and then play probably a mixture of that first front three in the following game, and then just constantly rotate it. For me, the areas where they can't really rotate predominantly in terms of is their centre-back options. Obviously, Trent, if he goes out for whatever reason, Conor Bradley's a good player, obviously not as good as Trent. Tsimikas can come in, obviously not as good as Robertson. But those centre-back options with Konate and Van Dijk is an unbelievable centre-back partnership. And I don't think they get the same amount of praise as this. You know, the Arsenal defence is unbelievable right now. Genuinely, it's a world-class defence. But I also think we need to give a lot of props to this Liverpool defence because that's equally as strong. 2 goals conceded in 7 games. That is absolutely ridiculous. Van Dijk, obviously, very, very good today. And when you look at where they are in the league, like I said, the next 10 games, we're really going to find out more. And, of course, this Premier League table could quite easily change. City could go top. Arsenal could go top. Even Chelsea at the moment, the way they're playing. But they currently sit 18 points, 13 goals scored, 2 against, 11 goal difference, 6 wins out of a possible 7. Best start to a campaign under a manager since 1961. Honestly, a phenomenal start. Let me know your thoughts down below. Make sure you drop a like. Make sure you have subscribed. And I'll see you all soon. Thank you for watching.